No, the sound's not broken. Everything's fine. Just one of those days where I was playtesting things out and things did not go right. Trying to build my standard deck and update it. And I wanted to see how certain things would play out. And I'll be honest, it is not gelling the way I thought. So it's not bad. But you're asking yourself, is it going to win? And it is not delivering the way I wanted. Wait, let's rewind that. Welcome back, everybody. Sean, the Magic the Gathering guy. Thanks for tuning in today on this wonderful Tuesday evening after I got home from work. And I got to tell you, my deck's not working the way I'd hoped. There's some cards that have to be rotated in and rotated out. And it's not quite going the way I thought it would go. So that said, it's not horrible. It is playable. It is doing well. But there are cards I'm missing. And I don't like playing without the cards I want. I don't like just using proxies and stuff nowadays. I used to once upon a time. I'm more of a now purist. I want to own the card. I don't want to help the proxy market. Own the card. And they're not even expensive cards, but I gotta go find which one I'm after here. I gotta go after some. Where is it here? I had it written down here somewhere. I need more Hallowed Fountains. I need 3 more. I thought I had more. I went looking. I didn't have any. I need 2 more Flippets because I need to have a set of 4 for this. But on a high note, Mox Amber's working wonderfully with Flippet and Tetsuo and Naban, Dean of Iteration. It is working well with these combinations on turn 2. So as soon as I lay it out, I got the Mox Amber, I get my blue, and I use Opt or something to start generating more cards. That is working well. That does not have to be changed. That puts a smile on my face. And that means the following turn, I jump right away to Teferi. And he has been popping in well. And then I use his ability right away. You're already messing up the sorceries. Trust me, it was fun. Right? Because then they can't counter anything you're doing. And I think people forget that. If he's out in play and he makes it to the board, they can only play their spells at sorcery. So it has to be their turn to play. So they're not countering anything. They're not doing nothing on your turn, which is, right? Smiles. So that is working well. And I think with my land combinations get fixed and tweaked a bit, I only have 2 Mox Amber in here. I'm going to jump that up to 4 just for more ability to get the cards that I want more often. And then I'm adding in a couple of the cards I told you about before. The Power Sword Shard, I'm adding 2. Navigator's Compass, I'm adding 2. And the Skittering Surveyors 2, but I bought a set of 4 because they were cheaper. So those have been going well, and I'm happy with how it's working. It's just not working well. When it works, but I have to play test it against some real players. I got to go to a local LGS, and I gotta go at some people and see how it goes. So I'm waiting to see if I get the opportunity to do that. I may hopefully do it this weekend, assuming I can break out of my house for a little while. But the Mox Ambers are playing well. Mox Amber on our global scale, it has shifted downward again, just a drop of 15 cents, but it's still a drop. So maybe we're going to see a slow decline of it going down. But if anybody builds a Mox Amber deck that it sees play in Standard in any significant form and it wins a lot, there'll be a big uptick. So for those of us out there who are collecting it and trying to get a lot more, we're going to have to wait and see right now. By the way, Ugin is working well. He's really working well. And I'm enjoying playing with him. So I am cool with that part of it. It has been pretty awesome. Just 2 Ugins, though. Just 2. Karn the Great Creator, I only have 1 going in the deck. And that's to animate some of the other artifacts or animate my opponent's artifacts and then, right, that has worked okay so far. Especially in the blue-black deck I'm building, that has worked well because Karn can be splashed anywhere. So those cards are definitely in my books. Teferi, Karn Scion, and Karn Great Creator, as well with Ugin. Notice a lot of colorless. They're all seeing play with me. And they're playing quite well. I also added in one Tomic, and Lyra Dawnbringer still in there for now, and Daneth is in there because she's only one white to cast. I needed some stuff for mana later from the Moxes. Plus, she's First Strike, Vigilance, and Lifelink. I don't really have much equipment for her, but she's still pretty awesome. I thought about building some equipment around it, but I don't want to dedicate any slots to that. Love to see some comments on that. If you know any good equipment that is still in Standard that I could add to her. Good equipment. Not okay equipment. Good equipment in case I've overlooked something that I can add in. I have like 3 slots left to try to make this all work out. But I am pretty pleased with how things are going. Just it doesn't seem to be quick enough. It's not quick off the hop, which is a bit of a bummer. The Power Stone Shards, I only have 2 going because they cost 3. So the most I can get is 2 mana from each one. But if I'm trying to get Ugin out later, like it kind of helps, right? I don't know. There's ways of doing it. I'm wondering if I'm doing it right. But it's okay. And I put 2 Conjurants in, not 4, 2, because they can be knocked out pretty easily. So just 2 is fine for now. I thought about keeping a Ruinous Blast for now, just so I can like exile any non-legendary thing, because everything in my deck is legendary. Nothing here is non-legendary because I need it to ramp up Mox Amber. So that part is all working out well. I just wish I could have it formatted a little better. Now, as far as prices go across the market, you're going to see some fluctuation, guys, in some of the cards. I'm loving Kiora, and we know why. Come on, we've talked about this. 7. She's only 3 drop for a 7. And there's so many ways of just adding counters on to keep her pumping away on tapping permanents. Her and Traxos are made to be married. They're meant to be together, right? I mean, how can you go wrong with that? Sorry, I dropped the box. I looked down. I'll be honest. I got to pick the box up. I got to pick it up. I just can't leave it on the ground. But you're going to see some fluctuation in price, especially like we said yesterday with the allocation limit that goes on for those 30 to 40 days. Yeah, it'll be tight. Oh, well. I don't think the prices are that bad now. $25 for Gideon, $40 for a Bolas. It is not the end of the world. And let's be honest, when you look at Bolas, he's 5 casting cost. Yes, they make it multicolored. In a lot of decks, that's not hard to get out. I'll be honest. You add some Moxes in there, this is a turn 1 drop, right? He could totally get out there. So it's not that hard. But he's going to go with the Jace Castaway deck I'm building. And that'll be my other standard deck to see how it goes. So I'm kind of thrilled about that one. It's a little meaner, it feels. I feel like it's a little more vicious, but I'm pretty excited. So I think we have 1 or 2 new subscribers today. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. I mean, we're still literally 900 plus off, 960 from getting where we want to be. But you know what? It is baby steps in life. Baby steps. And by the way, I did not forget that today was story day. And I promised to tell you guys a story. So I hope you're listening. I hope you've held on for this 8 minutes and 55 seconds to hear this story. Because if you haven't, it's now 8 minutes and 58 seconds, 8 minutes and 59 seconds. I can keep going all day. But here's your story. And this is a long time ago, before all the rules were in place and how we played. I'm going to tell you a story about a deck I built. And it was a winning deck. It was very, very cool for its time. It was a 64 card deck. You were allowed to have 60 or more back then. But you know what they didn't have in place back then, guys? Was the 4 rule. The 4 rule was not in place, to the best of my knowledge. So I'm in a tournament, and we were just playing. I mean, there's just a game store guy at a what do you call it? A library, local library, who was running the tournament, and we were having fun. And I had a card called the Ivory Tower. Any card beyond 4 in your hand, you gain a life for each card from 4 and up. So you're gaining 3 life per turn. And I had a card called Library Lang. And you have no, anything that makes you discard goes back on top if you want. It was awesome. So what I would do is I was drawing massive cards, and I had like 30 of these Ivory Towers in my deck. All from, I think it was Antiquities at the time. So I had like 6 or 7 on the board. I was getting 30, 40 life a turn. And he had this Craw Worm, which was like I think it was a 6/4 or 6/3 green beastie, 4 colorless, 2 green, and you put Instill on it, so it had like haste and it had basically vigilance. It could attack, tap it, and then untap it again. So at this point, I think I'm at, I don't know, a couple hundred life. And I'm thinking, oh, everything's going well. I'm winning. And the guy goes, oh, your deck is amazing. You haven't even hit me, but I'm going to run out of cards and I'm going to lose. Oh, this is crazy. How did you think of this? So he comes up and he attacks with the Crawler. And I'm not going to block because I have hundreds of life. So he comes up and his green-red deck, he goes a card called Bloodlust. Gave +4, -4 to the low of 1. So now this Crawworm is a 10-1. It's amazing. Then he bloodlusts it again. It's now 14-1. He bloodlusts it again. Now it's an 18-1. Then he berserked it, which doubles the power of the thing, right? But then it dies again in turn, but it doubles it over. So it's like 28, whatever it was. Doubles it again with another berserk. Hits me for 56 or whatever it was. I still have hundreds of life. I'm like, oh, good try, man. Huh. The judge happened to see the attack. The guy comes by. And he goes, what's all those ivory towers? I'm like, oh, I have 30 in my deck. It's amazing. It's amazing. I have 30. The guy looks at me and goes, did you read the rules before you came? I said, what rules? He goes, they're posted on the library wall. I mean, come on, guys. I was like 14. I'm like, no, I just sat down and played against the opponent that was listed on this little piece of paper. So I go over and he goes, you better go over and read that. So he goes over. The 4 rule have been introduced. Not 30, just 4. So I looked at the guy, I'm like, but I've already gone through like half the tournament. Can I just like finish? He looked me in the face and he's like, no. You're disqualified. So my poor little scrawny teenage body was like, oh, seriously? I paid like $5 to enter. And he's like, sorry, man, you should have read the rules. The other guy wins the match. Oh, big berserking guy. So I didn't know that. Sometimes in this game you make mistakes and you don't know. And that was one of mine. I'd won half that tournament just by outliving, because everyone built 60-card decks. I had a 64-card deck. I was outliving people. There's even this guy who time twisted me in the first match. It didn't matter. I just kept drawing and laying out every towers and building my hand up. Anyway, it was crazy. I'll be honest, it was, at the time, devastating to me as a teenager to think I was cheating and that I'd lost and that I didn't think I deserved to, because this rule just came in today. I have to change everything. But you adapt, you change, you live, and it happens. And that's one thing I like about Magic, guys. It's always adapting. It's always changing. I mean, I told you guys before, War of the Spark has sparked my interest to the fact where I actually went to a midnight pre-release, played against all kinds of guys with my buddy, and by the way, we both came out winners, which I was just like, I'm sure they didn't feel that way. There were some very negative people there at the time, but they're going to learn too. And they're going to learn how to build a deck, because I showed people how to build a deck that night, didn't I? Boom! But it's always adapting. And don't get frustrated by small setbacks, guys. Always kick it with new stuff. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I hope you would introduce somebody to Magic the Gathering. I hope you buy a pack and crack it. I hope you have fun doing it. And may all your days be as awesome as mine was today, being able to speak to you guys today. Because it is fun. I love doing this every day. And it's good to know, even if there's only 10 people viewing it, or 5 people, my few chosen few, you know who you are. It is awesome. So thanks again. This is Sean, the Magic the Gathering guy, tuning off today. I hope you guys enjoyed story time and learned a couple of things about a few of the combos I'm working on. Please comment if you know anything that I don't know about those artifacts that I can, or equipment that I can add in to make some of my guys a little buffed up for the thing. I think I got the Black Blade right now, and I'd really appreciate it. Have a wonderful one, and if you're new, please subscribe. Have a great one. Bye.